Do 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 do. Guess who's back? Do 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 do. Back again. Do 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 do. Shady's back. Do 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 do. Tell a friend. Look, I've got little bears on the top of my thingamabopper. Howdy, folks. Sorry for the lack of quick questions over the last month. I have been transient and my life has been a disaster. Sean has been unbelievably busy. We're getting back to it with a brand new schedule. Instead of you getting 2 quick questions a week, you're getting one from each of us every Sunday. So you're gonna so 2 week so right now I'm releasing this quick question here. Sean will release his around Sunday, and then I will release mine the following Sunday. Okay? So that's how it's going to be going forward. Let's get into the question in, you know, charge. So, on to the main question. Do you like hiking? Now, this may not seem like a relatively large question, all things considered. Also, I apologize for, again, for the current audio you hear. We're transitioning again. Um, I'm not a big hiking fan. Fun fact about me, I actually, up until I was with my last partner, hated traveling. I hated vacations, I hated going places, and I hated going places to do physical exercise. All why? Because that was what my stepfather and mother found enjoyable. Many a time we were blessed enough as a family that they would spend a little bit of money on like a dinky little hotel and we go to different places throughout the Northeast, little adventures over the court like for weekends once, you know, every handful of months when we had like a 3-day weekend or like if quite a few times a year, and then like they would usually like save up for like a big week or two long vacation, usually at a lake in the Adirondack Mountains, something like that. That's like that my parents lived in austerity. They saved every dollar they had. They didn't buy anything extravagant. They very much, and my stepdad also works 14-hour days, right? So that is the context. Now, me, I have always been this guy. I have always been some level of a nerd. I've always enjoyed video games. I've always enjoyed, playing games. I've always enjoyed being online. And, you know, not even to include the fact that 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't usually have my own bed. I'd have to sleep on the floor because, God forbid my parents, get like a separate room for themselves and put me and my sister in a place with like 2 beds. So, no, I'm usually sleeping on the floor because I'm the eldest, and my sister couldn't be bothered to do that ever. Whatever. And so and then we would wake up bright and early in the morning, have a little bit of dinky breakfast at the motel, and then my stepfather would drag us on an 8-hour hike up a mountain. I don't like hiking. This was his idea of fun, and it wasn't until I was a 17-year-old, almost an adult, where I'm like, I have been saying I hate doing this shit since I was a 10-year-old boy. I've never liked it, and I have put zero value and zero stock and zero like goodness in any of the trips you've taken me to, except maybe a trip they took us to Europe for their honeymoon because they took us on their fucking honeymoon because like they weren't going to leave us at home over the summer for 2 weeks. Honestly, at the end of the day, I hate traveling. I hate traveling to this day. I will do it. Um, I will go places, but my honest to God, I can't go by myself. I need to be with people, or I need to be going to go see people there. And it brings me back to the main thing of hiking. I have a very dirty relationship with this activity. I do not like it. I have not liked it. But where I'm currently living in the Hudson Valley has a lot of little hiking trails, and I live in a little cottage with tons of hiking trails in the back of it. And fundamentally at the end of the day, you know, you'll see in like little black books I put out on the channel, like I'll be walking through a trail or some shit, and honestly, I'm not against it. When you don't have your father telling you to march under threat of punishment, Hiking ain't that bad. It's growing on me. I can't say I'm going to do it for fun recreationally all the time, but we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Tell me if you guys like hiking in the comments. Tell me if you like traveling in the comments. And if you do like traveling, tell me where you've been and where you want to go. And Sean, can't wait to hear your response. And I'll see you next time.